to me, that's the hardest part is like that time, like the way you have Miracle Morning Block, that's really my time to get my kids to school.
Mhm.
And that takes a lot of my mental brain power where it's almost going through with the kids. I know focus time should be next because if the focus time is not next, like I was making the mistake of doing my meetings right after getting my kids to
Yeah.
school. And I found myself mentally drained after my kids and my meetings where I wasn't getting anything done after that. So, what do you do in terms of like your Miracle Morning Block? Is that strategic where that's not using your brain power, where you're still fresh for focus time? Can you go a little bit into some of that like
Yeah.
mindset of what to put where in this
Sure.
thing?
Yeah. Again, like there's a ton of ways to slice this, but basically what it boils down to is whenever you are the sharpest, that's where you want your focus time to be. So if you first wake up, for instance, right, let's say you wake up and your kids need to get ready for school at 7 o'clock, right? And between 7 and 9, that's when, you're carting them to school and then you're driving them back or whatever you do to help get them ready. Then it may be the case that your focus block is one of the first things that you do when you wake up. Maybe you have like a miracle morning, like maybe you do an exercise routine for 30 minutes, right? You wake up on time, you have the 30 minutes to get yourself woken up, right? Like maybe you do jumping jacks or you follow like a Beachbody program or something, right? That's actually what we do because it's very regimented. It's the same time every day. And it's like a full course. And so we just follow that every day and that it's a varied thing. It's really cool. I recommend that for sure. And then after that, maybe after you're done exercising, maybe you just go straight into your focus work. Maybe you spend an hour working on this before you have to get your kids up and ready to go, right? Then once you have your kids ready to go, then maybe after they're gone, you come back and you resume your focus time, right? Maybe what could happen is that when your first hour of focus time, while you're getting your kids ready, you can still process things, right, in your head. If you're able to get your kids ready, but you still have some stuff going on in your head, you may be to actually get some more stuff done or processed or prioritize. And then when you finally come back to the workday, you want to be able to continue working on that focus time. But in general, it just boils down to when are you feeling the sharpest? That's pretty much what it is for me. And so you want to be able to block that time so that you are serving you and your business with your prime amount of energy, right? And your prime focus throughout the day, throughout the daily cycle and the weekly cycle. Sometimes I forgot to mention too, Dennis, sometimes you should take an entire day off, right? You're not seeing that here in this, but for this last quarter. But generally what I would do is I would take off Mondays and Tuesdays or just Tuesdays and Fridays or something. And you just block the day so that the entire day is a focus day. That's something you can do also. It just depends on what your rhythms are throughout the day. But for me, I know that I have lots of podcasts to shoot. I have lots of meetings that I got to have with my partners and with potential investors and things like that. So the fact of the matter is that I don't have that luxury to be able to do that, especially when we're getting ready for a big trip, which is coming up here in about a couple of days, less than a week. But what I would say is that you can block an entire day for yourself. And that is really helpful. Like Tuesdays, for instance, is usually my block days. So you can see that there's not too much on Tuesdays, pretty much everywhere throughout my whole calendar. Like I won't let anyone book anything on Calendly on Tuesdays because those days are me. But Mondays and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is fair game, and even parts of Saturday as well.